Story 1. The Thing Beneath the Drain. The rain started around midnight, heavy and relentless. Jason had just moved into the old house on Hollow Street. It was a fixer-upper, and that night he stayed late to patch a leak in the basement. Water pooled near the center of the room, swirling around the rusted floor drain. He knelt beside it, flashlight in hand, trying to clear debris when he heard the first whisper. It wasn't the wind. It wasn't the rain. It was a voice, low and wet, coming from the drain. Jason. He froze. The flashlight flickered. His breath fogged in the suddenly cold air. Then, a single pale finger slid up through the grate. Jason screamed and stumbled backward, hitting the wall. The drain began to gurgle, bubbling black water. The finger was followed by another. Then a third. A hand was crawling out. He ran for the stairs, slipping on the wet floor. Behind him, something clanged. The grate had popped off. "Jason, come down. I've missed you." He slammed the basement door shut, heart pounding. It kept whispering, climbing the stairs slowly. He pushed furniture against the door, but it kept thudding. The whispering never stopped. That night, Jason slept in his car in the pouring rain. The next day, he sealed the basement door. Moved out a week later. The house was later sold. No one ever found what lived in the drain. But every rainy night, people on Hollow Street swear they hear a voice calling from underground. Story 2. The Watcher in Storm. Marissa's grandmother always warned her, don't open the curtains during a thunderstorm. It was a strange rule, one she never questioned, until she moved into her grandmother's house after her passing. The house sat at the edge of the woods, where the trees whispered even on still days. That night, a storm rolled in, violent and booming. Marissa sat by the fireplace, reading, when the wind howled hard enough to shake the walls. Instinctively, she approached the window, hand on the curtain. Then she remembered her grandmother's voice. Still, curiosity won. She pulled the curtain aside. Lightning flashed. For a moment, just a moment, she saw something at the tree line. A tall, pale figure with impossibly long limbs. No eyes, no face. Then darkness again. She stumbled back, heart pounding. Had she imagined it? Another flash. The figure was closer. At the edge of the lawn now. Marissa shut the curtain, panic rising. The wind knocked on the walls like fists. Thunder cracked so loud it sounded like the house was splitting. A sharp tap, tap, tap came from the window. She refused to look. Then came the whisper. "Why did you look?" It came from every wall. The lights blew out. The door creaked open. Marissa never screamed, only ran. She stayed with friends the next day, telling herself it was a nightmare. But when she returned weeks later, all the curtains in the house had been torn open from the inside, and muddy footprints led from the trees to her window. Story 3. The Man Who Sang in the Rain. It was always raining in Ash Hollow. The townspeople got used to the mist, the mud, the endless drizzle. But they never got used to him, the man who sang in the rain. He wasn't homeless, he wasn't drunk. He simply stood on corners during storms, trench coat soaked through, hat low, singing soft lullabies no one recognized. He only appeared during the heaviest downpours, always alone, always silent when approached. One night, curious, 4 teenagers followed him. They heard his tune winding through the alleys like it had a life of its own. They laughed at first, splashing through puddles, until the song stopped. And so did everything else. No rain, no wind, not a single sound. Then they saw him, standing at the end of the alley, smiling. But it wasn't right. His face split open into too many teeth. His eyes were black holes that bled water. "Do you like my song?" he asked. Only one girl answered, Jenna. "Why do you sing it?" He tilted his head. "It helps them sleep." She blinked. "Helps who?" He opened his coat. Inside weren't organs, but faces, hundreds of them, children, men, women, all asleep, all whispering. One of the boys screamed and ran, the other 2 froze. Jenna shut her eyes. When she opened them, it was day, sunny. She was alone. No one believed her when she told the story. The other 3 were never found. But every time it rains in Ash Hollow, Jenna hears the tune. And her friends calling from the storm, "Sing with us, it helps us sleep."